the street. If her testimony don't prove it, then nothing does.
Exactly. She saw the killing.
And
going on, please.
No. Hold on. So here's a woman who's lying on bed. She can't sleep. It's hot, you know. Anyway, she wakes up, looks out of the window. While a train is passing by, she sees the father being killed by the boy by sticking the knife into his chest.
But how can she really be sure it was the boy when she saw it through the windows of the passing train?
She has known the boy all her life. Her window is right opposite his. And she saw him do it.
I heard her swear to it.
Okay, and didn't they prove it in the court that you can see through the window at night while it's a train are passing by and look what is happening on the other side? They proved it.
But weren't you telling us just a minute ago that you can't trust them? That you can't believe them? So, I'd like to ask you something. If you don't believe the boy's story, how can you believe hers? She is one of them too, isn't she?
You're a pretty smart fellow, aren't you?
Relax. Calm down, please. Relax.
No, don't get it worked up about nothing. Sit down.
Gentlemen, did they not take us to the woman's room and did we not look through the window of a passing train?
Yes, we did.
And weren't you able to see what happened on the other side?
I didn't see as well as they told me I would. But yes, I did see what happened on the other side.
See, I was telling you.
Relax, calm down, please. Please sit down. It's your turn.
I'd like to pass it.
That's your privilege. How about you?
I don't know. I started to be convinced, you know. With the testimonies from all those people across the hall. Didn't they say something about an argument between the father and the boy at around 7 o'clock that night?
I think it was about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, that's right.
The point is, they heard the father hit the boy twice and then saw the boy walk out of the house angrily.
That's right. What does that prove?
Exactly.
What does that prove?
Doesn't prove anything. It's part of the fixing. I never said it proved anything.
Anything else?
No. I don't know. Most of it's been said already. We can sit here and discuss this the entire day, but then I just think that we are wasting our time. I don't think so. Yeah. Look at the boy's record. He stole a car. He's been arrested for mugging, and I think they said he stabbed somebody in the arm, right? That's true. Yes, that's true. He was picked up for light fighting. And gentlemen, at the age of 15, he was in the reform school.
And he was sent to the reform school for stabbing someone.
And now that is a very fine boy. See, ever since he was 5 years old, his father used to beat him up regularly. He used his fists. So would I on a boy like that.
You're right. It's the kids these days, you know. They just don't listen the way they are. I have a kid of my own. When he was 8 years old, I saw him run away from a fight. And I was so ashamed. I told him either I would make a man out of him, or I would cut him up into pieces tonight. He hit me across the face when he was 15, you know. That rotten kid. I haven't seen him in 3 years. He ran away from home. Ungrateful little kids. You pour your heart out for them, you do everything that you can for them, and then they just run away from home. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
You're still missing the point here. This boy, let's say he's a product of a filthy neighborhood, a broken home. Well, we can't do anything about that. We're not here to discuss why slums are breeding grounds for the society. The fact is, I know it, so do you. Every child who comes out of this slum, they're a potential menace to the society.
Right, there you said it. And trust me, I don't want any of them.
I used to live in a slum all my life.
Oh, come on, again.
No,
Not again.
I used to live in a backyard that was filled with garbage. It still smells already.
Come on now, come on. He didn't mean you. It's not
This is personal.
Come on now, he didn't mean you.
Relax.
He didn't mean you. Then take a seat, please. Don't be so sensitive.
So then who did he mean?
This sensitivity, I can understand.
Let's stop the bickering, please.
I think we're wasting our time.
The whole discussion is a waste of time. Speaking of which, it's your turn.
Alright. I had a peculiar feeling about this whole trial. Somehow I felt that the defense counsel, they never really conducted a thorough cross-examination. Too many questions were left unasked.
does not change the opinion about the guilt of the boy. I do agree with you. The defense counsel was bad indeed.
So, this is the point.
What about the facts?
So many questions were never answered.
What about the questions that were answered? For example, let's talk about the cute little switch knife that the boy admitted to buying.
Alright? Let's talk about it. You know, actually, let's get it in here and look at it.
Again?
Mr. Foreman, I'd like to look at the switch knife.
Come on now, we had it in and out of court 100 times already. What is the point of having it in here again? What do you think?
Sort it up. The gentleman has the right to see exhibits and evidence.
Well, whatever. Just start with it.
This knife, it's a pretty strong piece of evidence. Don't you?
Yes, I do.
Now let's get the sequence of events right as related to the switch.
Alright. So, the boy admitted to going out of his house at around 8 o'clock after being slapped by his father.
Or punch. Or punch.
Right, right,
Exactly.
right.
Next, the boy walks up to a neighborhood store to buy a switch knife. The storekeeper gets arrested the next morning when he admits selling it to the boy.
I believe everybody already agrees that this is a pretty unusual knife. Hard to come across something like this.
Exactly. The storekeeper had mentioned that this was only one of its kind that he had in stock. Why did the boy get it?
As a friend of his.
As a
As a present.
Present from a friend of
Yes.
ours.
Exactly. Am I right so far?
Yes, you are.
He's right. He knows what he's talking about.
Next, he claims that on his way back home, this knife, it must have fallen through his coat pocket, that he never saw it. Now, gentlemen, there's the story. You know what exactly happened? He went up to his house, stabbed his father with it, and even remembered to wipe off the fingerprints. This knife, everybody identifies it, right?
Right.
Now, are you trying to tell me somebody picked it up off the street, went up to the boy's house and stabbed his father with it just to be amusing?
So, see, I'm just saying that it is possible that the boy lost the knife and someone else with a similar knife stabbed his father. I'm just saying it's possible.
Take a look at this knife. It's a pretty strange knife, something that I had never seen before. Neither had the storekeeper who sold it to the boy. Aren't you trying to make us believe a pretty incredible coincidence here?
See, I'm not trying to make anyone believe anything. I'm just saying that the coincidence is possible.
And I'm saying it's not possible.
It's the same knife. It's the same knife.
Who are you? Who do you think you are? Huh?
Quiet, please!
How did you do that?
Quiet.
Identical one.
Quiet, please. What exactly are you trying to do here?
Where did you get it?
Got it from a little junk shop around the corner. Near the boy's house. Cost 5 rupees.
Now you listen to me. You think that you put something very smart here, huh? You think that you put something very smart here, but you proved absolutely zero. There could be 100 knives like this. But how does that even matter?
Maybe there are.
The boy lied, and you know it.
And maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he did lose the knife, and maybe he did go into the movie. Maybe the reason the cashier didn't see him because he sneaked into the movies and was ashamed to say so. Come on, gentlemen. Is there anybody in here who hasn't sneaked into the movies once or twice when they were young?
I did not.
Really? Not even once.
We didn't have.
See, maybe he did go into the movies, maybe he didn't. And maybe he did have lied. What do you think? Do you think he lied?
That's a stupid question. Of course he lied.
What about you, sir? Do you think he lied?
You don't have to ask me. You know my answer. Of course he lied.
What about you?
I don't know. Now wait a second. What are you, the boy's lawyer? Listen, there are still 11 of us here who think that he's guilty. You are alone. What do you think you are going to accomplish by doing this? If you want to be so stubborn and just hang this jury, he'll be tried again and found guilty sure as he's born.
Okay, that's possible.
So what are you gonna do about it? We can be here all night.
It's only one night. A man may die.
That's true.
Have patience in life.
You obviously don't think the boy is guilty.
I have a doubt in my mind.
But you haven't really presented us with anything to prove your doubt. The man downstairs, he heard the boy shriek it out.
The woman across the rail line. She saw it.
We know that he bought a switch knife that night, but we don't know where he really was. At the movies, he says. Earlier, the boy and the father did have a fight.
Yes, and while that does not change anything,
But still, you
Gentlemen,
know.
I have a proposition to make.
What kind of proposition? What proposition?
They want to call in for votes, and I want everyone to vote by a secret ballot.
Now we are talking. Now we are talking.
I'll abstain.
Guilty? That's 6 already. Please. 6 guilty. Guilty? Guilty? Not guilty. Guilty? Guilty.
How do you like that?
Hey, who was it? Who changed their vote? Exactly, who did it?
Which idiot changed the vote now? Who was
That's
it?
the way to talk about a man's life.
Whose life are you talking about? The life of a dead man? The life of a murderer?
Exactly, I want to know it too.
So do I.
Excuse me, this was a secret ballot.
I know this was a secret ballot. But now I want to know.
A secret ballot, we all agreed on a point. Now, if the general wants to look at a secret ballot,
What do you mean secret ballot, huh? There are no secrets in here. I know who changed their vote. It was you.
You? What?
You come in here and you first vote guilty. And then you let this slick preacher make your heart out with stories about, 19 years old, innocent boys and how they cannot help but just murder their father. And then you flip. If that isn't the most sickening
Hold
thing
it,
that I've ever
please.
seen.
Hold it. I agree with you that the boy is guilty, but let's be fair now.
Hold it. Be fair. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We have a task cut out to hang the criminal, but so far it's just been fairy tales.
Now listen to me, you can't speak.
Now you listen to
Let's
me.
try to keep this organized, gentlemen.
This isn't organized anymore. Let's try to be civilized at least.
Please, I would like to say something here. I've always thought that a person was entitled to have unpopular opinions in this country. That's the reason I came here. I wanted to have the right to disagree. I thought this place would be different from where I belong.
Do you disagree with us?
Usually I would, but in this case I agree with you. But the point I wish to make here is, in my own country...
Now hold on. We don't want to hear an immigrant talking about the history of his entire country.
It's wise to bear in mind what's going on in other countries when we aren't allowed to disagree. But here we are, so let's just stick to the subject.
Yes, let us stick to the subject. Now, I want to ask you, what made you change your vote?
You haven't told us yet, even I want.
What makes you think I'll change my vote? Because I do now get on with it.
There's nothing for him to tell you. He didn't change his vote. It was me.
See, I was going to tell you, but you're
So
so sure of yourself.
now you think that coming in here and changing your vote?
Maybe you'd like to know why.
I will tell you why you changed
The
your
man
vote.
wants to talk.
Please continue, sir.
Thank you. You speak too much. Too much. Oh God. Oh, where was I? Yeah. This gentleman, he chose not to stand alone against us. That's his right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even in something that you believe in very strongly.